Want to be rich? Don't start a business. Instead, do the following. In this video, I'm going to cover the dark truths about starting a business and what you actually should do if you want to be rich. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Nowadays on social media, there are so many billionaires, letting alone giants like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Jack Ma, and etc. There are people like Iman Ghazi, Jordan Welch. Pretty much all of them got rich because of their business. This creates a forceful image that if you start a business, you will be super rich. This is a classic survival bias, where the failed business are not seen by the public. Here's the truth. 42% of the business fail because they can't find people to buy. 34% of them fail either lack a good product or a business model. 29% of them fail because they don't have enough money. 23% of them fail because they don't have the right team. 19% was beaten by competitors. 18% of them couldn't control their costs or failed to price the product properly. My personal favorite is this. 13% of them fail because of bad timing. This means even if you do everything right, your business still could fail. The list goes on. You may notice that these numbers add up to be more than 100%. This is because a business usually makes more than one mistake I mentioned above. After seeing these scary numbers, if you're still not having a second thought about starting your own business, turn off this video and God bless you. So what should you do? I have started multiple businesses, including a tuition center, Amazon store, dropshipping, metaverse, Web3, and etc. Succeed a few and failed a lot. Here's what I learned. Step 1. Find your unfair advantage. When people come to me say that I have $1 million idea, I often ask them, why you? Why not me? Why not some other guys? Remember, there are things that you are just naturally do better than others. Don't follow your passion. Follow your gift. I grew up wanting to be a professional basketball player, but when I realized that I'm only 5 feet 11 and 155 pounds, I never picked up a basketball ever since. Elon Musk followed his gift, which is engineering. That's why he founded Tesla and SpaceX. Can you imagine him trying to be a Korean pop star? No offense to Korean pop stars. I love Blackpink. Oops. Steve Jobs followed his gift, which is electronic design. That's why Apple's products are just perfect. So you need to find your unfair advantage and use that advantage to do business. So how to find your gift? I've covered this in my previous video. Make sure you check that out. Step 2. Find a good boss. You heard me. In order to be successful in business, you need skills. A set of skills that usually involves product design, sales, basic finance, tough mentality, and etc. So if you don't have the right skill set, your business is gonna fail. Period. So in order to develop those skills, you need to find yourself a good boss so you can learn the skills from him or her. I'm not talking about some social media guru. I'm talking about a real life role model, one which you can walk on a daily basis. Human naturally learns things by imitation. When you were a baby, you didn't watch YouTube video to learn how to walk. You saw your mom walking on 2 legs, so you mimic and practice. Same here. You want to learn product design? Find a boss who's making great products. You want to learn how to close? Be a real estate agent for 6 months. The best scenario is that you find a good boss that have all the skills you want to learn. Then your goal is simple. Just copy him and eventually be him. Jack Ma, the richest man in China, once said, if you're in your 20s, find yourself a good boss. He will show you the way to do business, his philosophy, his failure, and the lesson he learned. Don't worry about money. If I can be Elon's personal assistant, he doesn't need to pay me. I should, and I will pay him so that I can work for him. Because I know I can learn so much skill that are invaluable. Step 3. Saving up enough money. Now, whether you are still developing skills or you already have a perfect business idea, I want you to save up enough money. One reason is that many of you already have a partner or maybe a family, a husband or a wife, or maybe even kids. You don't want to risk their happiness when starting a business. In fact, you shouldn't. If you risk the happiness of someone you love just to fulfill your ego of running a business, your dream of being rich, to test your business idea that 90% of the time sucks, you are very irresponsible. If you disagree with me, turn off the video and God bless your family. So make sure you save up enough money for a good period of time so that your normal life won't be impacted by your business. What if you're by yourself? Well, you still need to save up enough money because shit can go wrong. Mike Tyson once said, Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Remember, 29% of the business fail because they ran out of money. You don't want to be one of them. Without enough money, you can't test your protocol. What if your marketing plan gets delayed? You still need to pay rent. Stress gets you. Your decision becomes excessively conservative. And the list goes on. My rule of thumb is to save at least 6 months emergency fund for my family and another 6 months budget for my business. Step 4. Find a problem worth solving. Mark Zuckerberg once said, you should start with the problem that you are trying to solve. Don't start with deciding that you want to build a company. This is exactly why 42% of the company may have the perfect product that no one buys it. Back in 1994, Jeff Bezos found that people actually want to purchase goods at the comfort of their home, avoiding the legwork, save the time wasted in the traffic and etc. That led him to the solution, an online platform that we now know as Amazon. So how to find these problems? There is no easy way. Otherwise, everyone would be a billionaire. But there are some clues. First, be curious. Question everything. Why this thing exists like this? Why they didn't design it in a different form? The more you question the status quo, the higher the chance you will find a problem worth solving. This works the best in your interested field. Since you are interested, you naturally see things that others don't, which leads you to the moment that you be like, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. Second, why customers are unhappy. The sign of an unhappy customer usually means that the company that is providing the goods or services is not doing a great job. So if you study them, you will find unfulfilled demand. For example, Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's, once found that some customers were extremely unhappy about how small-sized the beef is in McDonald's burgers. That drove him to offer burgers with absolutely huge beef in it. And of course, that famous commercial, "Where's the beef?" is just meme before meme even was a thing. I've linked it in the description. You definitely should check that out. As of today, Wendy's is valued at $3.7 billion. So always start with a question worth solving. Step 5. Draft a solution. Now that you have the skill, the money, and the problem to solve, you need a solution. Notice that I use the word draft instead of build. The key here is that you don't know if your solution will make your customer happy. You might not even know the problem you are trying to solve is actually worth solving. So to minimize your risk, you build a bare minimum solution. Nowadays, we call it MVP, stands for minimal viable product. And you present it to your customer, listen to what they say, incorporate the feedback, iterate on your MVP until your customer are happy enough that they are willing to pay. Essentially, you and your customer are building the solution together. And quite frankly, you are selling the solution before you even have it. This gives you the highest chance of success. And when you fail, God forbidden, you wasted the least amount of resources. Yo, can't you see I'm busy? Anyway. For example, say your granny left you a secret recipe for making the most delicious sandwich in the world. Now you're dreaming about having your own food chain that prints you money every single day. But there is just one slight problem. No one outside your family has ever tried your granny's sandwich. So you're kind of shaky. What should you do? Should you open up a local store? No. Our MVP should cost way less than that. We just simply give away our sandwich to the people around us. Your friends, your relatives, your church crew, and etc. See if they're happy. If they don't, story ends here. No harm is done. You just wasted a cup of sandwich. If they are happy, should you open a store? Still a no-go. Remember, the key here is they didn't pay. So you just kind of prove the taste for now. What you should do next is renting a store at a Sunday market and try to sell those sandwiches. If it costs you $8 to make, charge $15. See if anyone comes and buy. Adjust your price so that people don't run away to Subway and you have a comfortable profit margin. And if your test is a success, now we are talking. The method is now called Lean Startup. There are so many details in it. I can't possibly cover all of them, such as when to pivot, how to build an MVP, how to find your initial test users. And if you don't want your skill, money, time, and resources go wasted, you definitely want to watch my next video. So subscribe and stay tuned. I'm Fatih, my friend.